Hey guys, welcome back. So let's continue with the next question. If you do not know the current time, which command do you use to display the time? So see the commands here, which is the right command to display the time. It is option C. Then to select one hyperlink after another during a slide presentation, what do you press? So to select a hyperlink after another during a slide presentation, what do you press? So do you press tab? Do you press Control K, Control H, all of the above, or what? So it is tab. So tab just moves to the next option. Which of the following is true about dial-up internet access? Is it A, utilizes the existing telephone service, then uses a router for security, utilizes the broadband technology, modem speeds are very fast? So what is true? So if you have had an internet access using the dial-up option, the internet will not be very fast. Okay, so this is not the right option. Then it utilizes broadband technology. No, it doesn't use any router for security. So the right option is it utilizes the existing telephone services. Then in the context of animations, what is trigger? So is it an action button that advances to the next slide? Is it an item on the slide that performs an action when clicked? Is it the name of a motion path? All of the above. So in the context of animations, trigger is an item on the slide that performs an action when clicked. Then which among the following computer provides greater speed than average for performing multitasking? So which among the following computer provides greater speed than average for multitasking? Is it personal computer, notebook, workstation, tablet? It is workstation, which is designed for performing multitasking. Using, let me move it to the next page. Using Windows Explorer, plus sign in front folder indicates. So it indicates that it contains subfolders. You can create a new presentation by completing all of the following except. You can create a new presentation by completing all of the following except clicking the new button on the standard toolbar, clicking File New, clicking File Open, pressing Ctrl N. Which option is the right answer? You can create a new presentation by completing all of the following except. It is option C, clicking File Open. Because a file open command means a file already exists. It's not the new presentation. Special effects used to introduce slides in a presentation are called. Special effects used to introduce slides in a presentation are called. It is animations, custom animations, transitions, present animations. It is transitions. How many bits are there in X, ASCII, and EDC, DIC codes respectively? Is it 7, 8? Is it 8, 7? Is it 7, 7 or 8, 8? It is option D. Have 8 bits. During the dash operation, the control unit determines what the program is telling the computer to do. During what operation, the control unit determines what the program is telling the computer to do. Is it fetch, execute, decode, or arithmetic? It is decode. All computers execute basic programs, COBOL programs, machine language programs, Fortran programs. It is machine language program. You can write a program in any language, but computers execute them in machine language only. Program which is written originally by programmer is classified as object code, machine code, source program, interactive programs. So any code that is written by the programmer is called as source code or source program. The laptop was invented by Adam Osborne. In what year? It was in 1981. Charles Babbage designed two engines. They are addition and subtraction engine, analytic and difference engine, analytic and digital engine, addition and multiplication engine. So the right option is analytic and difference engine. In 1822, he invented difference engine. In 1834, he designed analytical engine. Tabulating machine for consensus was designed by. It is Herman Hollerith. Which one is not an electronic computing device? Is it analytical engine, difference engine, ENIAC, EMCC? So it is EMCC. It's not an electronic computing device. The dash address uniquely defines a host on the internet. It is logical address. In order to edit a chart, you can triple click the chart object, click and drag the chart object, double click the chart object, click the chart object. So it's quite simple. It is double click the chart object. Which of the following device was developed by Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce? Is it transistor, IC chip, telegraph, mouse? It is IC chip. It was developed by Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce. The dash created a model called the Open Systems Interconnection, which allows diverse systems to communicate. So is it OSI, ISO, IEEE, ANSI? So is it ISO? The basic unit of a worksheet into which you enter data in Excel is called cell. The dash layer links the network support layers and the user support layers, which is the layer that connects network layer and user support layer. It is the transport layer. So if you know the OSI model, you should know the different layers and the order in which they appear. So transport layer comes next to the network layer. So it links the network layer and the user defined layer. The dash layer coordinates the functions required to transmit a bit stream over the physical medium. The dash layer coordinates the functions required to transmit a bit stream over the physical medium. Is it transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer? It is physical layer. The physical layer, data link layer, and network layers are the dash support layers. Is it user support layers, network support layers, or both? It is network support layers. What is the flow of data between countries, commonly called International Information System, EDI, outsourcing, trans-border data flow, and none of these? What is the flow of data between countries called as? It is trans-border data flow. So the trans-border data flow is a recently coined term that refers to the transmission of data over international boundaries. Transmission can be affected in a variety of ways, including the telephone and the mails. So that is the trans-border data flow. What term is used to describe software that monitors your online computer activities? Is it bespoke software, spyware, custom software, travelware? It is spyware. The two major components of system software are operating system and system utilities, application software and system utilities, primary memory and storage, the operating system and applications software. The two major components of system software are. So what do you think? So operating system is also a part of system software. So there is operating system in two of the options, option A and option D. The right answer is option A, because application software doesn't come under system software. So it is operating system and system utilities. Which of the following may be necessary for you to do after you install new application software? Do you need to turn the computer power switch off and then back on? Do a cold boot? Press Shift Alt Delete? Do a warm boot? What is it that you do after you install the software? It is do a warm boot. So warm boot refers to the process of restarting a computer without completely shutting down the power. It involves restarting the operating system and reloading all the necessary software components, but it does not involve turning off the computer or interrupting the power supply. The power on self-test checks for upgrades to the application software, verifies that the computer hardware is working properly, is able to provide easy to follow on-screen instructions to correct hardware problems, is conducted after the BIOS instructions are placed in memory. So what is it? The power on self-test What does it do? It verifies the computer hardware is working properly. Which of the following is not part of the motherboard? Is it system clock, connector, CPU, chipset? It is connector. Which of the following is the advantage of assembly language over machine language? Easy to use, easy to understand, easy to modify, all of the above. It is all of the above. Assembly language is not very easy, but compared to machine language, it is easy. It is easy to use. It is easy to modify. Okay. An example of a wireless medium that sends data through the air or space is fiber optic cable, coaxial cable, twisted pair, microwaves. It is microwaves. If a memory chip is volatile, it will explode if exposed to high temperatures. It will lose its contents if current is turned off. It can be used for data storage only, used for both read and write. So if a chip is volatile, it will lose its content if the power is turned off. The session, presentation, and application layers are the dash support layers. It is user support layers. So these are the user support layers. In Excel, this is a pre-recorded formula that provides a shortcut for complex calculations, value, data series, functions, field. It is function. Which of the following is a circuit that issues signals at regular intervals? Is it circuit board, clock, circuit card, gates? It is clock. Dash layer establishes, maintains, and synchronizes the interactions between communicating devices. Is a transport layer, network layer, session layer, physical layer. It establishes, maintains, and synchronizes the interactions. It is session layer. Which of the following animations cannot be done in PowerPoint? Bullet list, clip art, table, chart. It is option C, table revealed row by row. So in PowerPoint, you can create animations to make your presentations more engaging. However, one animation that cannot be done in PowerPoint is revealing a table row by row. Dash is a key we use to run the selected command. Shift, Tab, Enter, Control. It is Enter. Which one of the following was world's first commercial computer? Is it ENIAC, EDVAC, EDSAC, UNIVAC? It is UNIVAC. Which of the following displays the contents of the active cell? Is it active cell formula bar, menu bar, name box? It is formula bar. The purpose of the primary key in a database is to unlock the database, provide a map of the data, uniquely identify a record, establish constraints on database operations. The primary purpose of the purpose of the primary key in a database is to unlock, provide a map, uniquely identify a record, establish constraints on database operations. So why do we define primary key? It is to uniquely identify a record. Next, the printer places an image on a page without physically touching the page. Which is the printer? Is it line printer? Is it impact printer, non-impact printer, dot matrix printer? So it is non-impact printer. Which of the following refers to too much electricity and may cause a voltage surge, anomaly, shock, spike, virus? It is option C, that is spike. A function inside another function is called. It is a nested function. CPU can directly understand this language. C, C++, Java, assembly, none of these. It is none of these. This first microprocessor was Intel 4004. Dash selects the entire row. Press Shift space, Shift Control, Shift Alt, Shift space, Enter. It is Shift space. In assembly language, mnemonics are used to code operations. Alphanumeric symbols are used for address. Language lies between high-level language and machine language, all of the above. It is all of the above. So if you know the syntax of assembly language, you will understand. To insert a word into the middle of a sentence,